want to make sure you're working with a large enough square of fabric to accommodate the size circle that you're working on. And I'm going to fold my fabric into fourths and give it a finger press. Just give it a nice little finger press, because this is going to help me to find the center of my square, which will be the center of my circle as I stitch. So here's this. I've got my quadrants, and next we need the pin that comes with it. So I like to work with decorative stitches a lot of the time. And if you're working with decorative stitches, it's important to make sure that you've got a piece of stabilizer behind your fabric, especially when you're working in a circle like this, where the fabric's going to be moving around. We want to make sure that everything stays nice and flat and straight, and we don't get any puckering of our fabric beneath our stitches or within our circle. Especially important if you're working with a really large circle. So now I'll take my pin and I'm going to press it right through the center of both my fabric and my stabilizer, piercing it right through, just like this. Now I'm ready to place the fabric onto the circular attachment on the bed of my machine. So I'm going to kind of hold this in a bit of an awkward way so that you can see. But you want to bring in your piece of fabric, and you can see my pin sticking out. And the goal here is to place it right in the center of that red Y. Now, like I said before, it's going to be a little bit easier to push that in if you push on the release button as you push the pin in. So now it's in nice and secure, and at this point I'm just going to kind of work and flatten out my fabric. Now you could bring this in straight. It's a little bit easier to get it in if you bring it in straight instead of at an angle like I did there, but again, I just wanted you to be able to see how the pin lands inside the fabric. So I've had the end foot on, but I'm going to go ahead and swap it out for my J foot. And we aren't limited to a straight stitch, so I'm going to switch to a blanket stitch, Q-13. Now when I lower my foot and I stitch, you'll see that as I go, I'm just going to kind of gently help the fabric along from the outside edge, because when we're spinning in this circle, the fabric on the outside edge of your circle tends to kind of want to move around a little bit. So I've got everything all set up, and now I'm going to go ahead and stitch. Check it out, perfect circle. Two beautiful rows of stitching.